Uh-huh. Are we live? We don't really know. What's up, Chris? Let's do it. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm sorry I'm late. Wake up. Sorry, I had some difficulty. It's kind of a last minute thing. I mean, I was shooting for 5 o'clock and I couldn't get it all together. I cannot get my stuff together today. Let's roll this beautiful footage if I could figure out how to do that. I'm actually getting better at this OBS. I think I would be a much better producer than I would be a a streamer. I'm not much of a streamer. I can't keep can't keep my thoughts straight. All right, I need to type up a disclaimer here because some of this stuff gets pretty bloody. I don't want anybody to be surprised. So let's see. Titles. Let's see what I got here. Titles. There we go. So let's edit this. Man, I'm trying to take a nap. Well, I'm glad I could get in the way of the nap. I just shot some great footage at Miller Time's house. I actually got to ride a motorcycle today. That footage is probably going to be coming up in a few days. I got to put it together. I think you'll enjoy it. I know I freaking did. It was hot, but I really enjoyed that today. But let me get a little warning going here. Warning. Blood and guts footage. Let's see what that looks like. Blood and guts footage. Warning, blood and guts footage. Yeah, that should be good enough. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me take another little stab at this. Let's see what we can do. Text transform, gradient, background. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Blood and guts footage. What do y'all think about that? Well, here, let me transition here. What do y'all think about that? That should tell the whole story, should it not? If you're squeamish, I mean, there's not a whole lot of guts in this. Well, I don't know. It depends on where you're looking. I haven't watched all the footage. That should be warning enough. What's up, Matt? Oh my God, there's a birthday party going on, like 50 feet away, and I've locked myself into my room, hoping that hoping that it's not that crazy. So yeah, this was I think there was three, there may have been four deputies that showed up. So I've got dash cam footage. What you're seeing here is body cam because I think that's much more important. And this is my guy. This is the guy that I want to talk about. I'm going to make a video dedicated to this deputy here because this deputy is probably maybe one of the most badass deputies on at the scene. But the big deal for me is what he did for me while he was there. He was right up in my grill, helping me. I think it was the other deputy that tried to cut my leg off with the tourniquet. But yeah, he kept me from bleeding out. I don't think I lost. Let's see. I probably didn't lose a half a pint of blood on the scene, but I think from what I remember, sometimes your body goes, "Hey, I'm bleeding," and it starts constricting vessels, and I think he comes out to the scene and goes, "Hey, I can get my car closer." I think this is the same guy. I think I got to listen to the footage too. I've probably watched 15, 20 minutes of this footage, and he's just trying to get through the traffic here. But I think all the deputies did an outstanding job. But I want to talk about this guy in particular because he went way beyond. He stuffed his car full of my gear, the important stuff, my laptop, my cameras, my all the stuff that I really needed, and somehow I made it miraculously. Somehow I made it to to the hospital with these glasses, my cell phone, my wallet, and my wallet disappeared in the hospital. But I finally got something in the mail today that said, "Oh, you left something at our hospital." I was like, "No, I called pretty much every department I was in." That's my bloody face. That's probably the worst part of it. You might be able to see, um, you might be able to see my bloody toes hanging from my bloody sock, but that's probably you don't I don't think you really see that much. But I just think this is important to show this. I'm not sure how much of the footage that I'm actually going to share audio wise, because there's some stuff, it's kind of like I'm sure that there's some stuff in here, even though I haven't watched it. There's some stuff in here that is probably not the best moments. I mean, my best moments are clearly not in this video, so I'm going to cut that. Oh, there's the little my little nurse. She's got to have some kind of medical training. I'm not sure exactly what all she did here, but she was right there holding my hand, going through my wallet trying to figure out ID and all that stuff. And anyway, I think all the civilians that showed up. I think one of you probably saw in one of my previous crash videos, somebody pulled up and grabbed my bag that I'm actually going to do a review on because it went sliding down the road. my brand new Sea-Line waterproof bag went sliding down the road. Somebody grabbed it and pulled it up, and I think my leg is on top of that bag right now. But all the stuff that the civilians did, I really appreciate. But the pros, you're sitting there watching the body cam from one of the biggest pros there on site. So I want to make a video about this guy. I'm not sure if I need to reach out to the sheriff's department and say, what's this guy's name? I don't know if he wants to be mentioned, but I really want to talk about at least a little bit about the heroes on the scene. And this guy's one of my heroes, so I want to talk about him. Had a long ride and a nap today. I'm ready. Well, good, Chris. The T has to be super tight. Lucky he could get that close. So long, old green fleece. Oh, yeah. So, Chris, you remember that. Yeah, there's my fleece. I didn't realize. Well, I figured that's what had to have happened because it just disappeared. They probably unzipped it down the middle and said, nah, this thing's got to be cut up just like the rest of it. It's kind of sad, but yeah. And you can see I'm wearing those glasses. My glasses, these are just reading glasses. They're just cheap reading glasses. Most of them I spend maybe $20-25 on it. But I think I spent $35 on these. I'm going to have to go back with these glasses because these things have been through a crash rolling down the highway, a month in a hospital, sitting on these. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't. I mean, these are the most durable glasses I bought in the last, I don't know, 3-4 years. I'm trying to remember how long I've been wearing readers because I can't see shit without them. But yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about today. I just wanted to go through some of this footage and see what y'all thought because there's a lot of conversation going on here. And there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. I think I've got 2 deputies here attending to me. I've got what may be a retired nurse here. I've had several people that are trying. I'm trying to remember. It seems like I had like 3 or 4 tourniquets tied on me. And then one of the deputies got me. He's like, "Oh no, you thought you had a tourniquet on." I was like, "Hey man, you're about to chop off my leg." I was like, "Hey, ease up." He's like, "No, we gotta have it tight." And I was like, "Oh man." Anyway, so there's dash cam. There's footage of, I think, 3 deputies, 3 dash cams. There's some really gruesome pictures in the ER. I'm probably not going to share those because those will probably give some people some nightmares. But I mean, the people that are doubters, I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my foot. I want to talk about that too. I want to talk about how the hell did the half my foot get ripped off? I'm having a hard time believing that it was my bike. At first, I thought, okay, my boot got ripped off somehow, and then my foot went sliding down the pavement with my bike on top, but none of that fits. From the images that I've seen, none of that fits. So what the other thing that I want to talk about is that my tank bag? I can't tell. Yeah, that's my tank bag. He asked me what he could do for me, and that was such a big deal. What can I do for you? How can I help you? I was like, man, I need my tank bag. I need my wallet out of my tank bag. I need my top case, and everything I asked this dude for, he just came through and just did it. And I don't know. It not only made my apprehensions on site much easier to deal with, but my whole stay in the hospital was made so much better because my laptop was not missing, my wallet, my cell phone, all that stuff made a big deal. I think that's my little nurse that I think she was one of the ladies that was behind me. That everybody's angry. Everybody's angry about the people that I passed that didn't catch up to me and go, hey man, you got stuff dangling. I want to play this through because they actually, I just saw this earlier when I was playing it. They actually, the three deputies, they're trying to get my motorcycle out of the street up here. I think they're already loading me up in the ambulance. And here they come. They're all getting together now. And they're like, okay, let's get that motorcycle out of the street. Oh, I'm still laying on the pavement. Anyway, in a minute, you'll see them, they're trying to get the motorcycle out of the street, but my sleeping bag is wedged in my tire. It won't move. Huh. I wonder if that had anything to do with my accident. Anyway, I'm really grateful for the people that showed up, kept me from bleeding out. Yeah, here they go. I think they're going towards my motorcycle now. They're about to load me up. I'm pretty sure I've got dash cam footage of them loading me up, and I'm pretty sure there was like 5 or 6 people putting my big ass back up. Oh, there you go. I asked him for my camera, so he grabs my camera, grabs my tank bag, grabs all the stuff that I need. See, this guy's just such a pro. You know, it sounds like I'm making a big deal out of a little thing, but all this stuff is just very, very important to me, especially at the time. Lucky. So long, old green fleece. Yeah. Were you conscious at this point? Yes, I was conscious. And I think I was kind of in and out because I can remember a lot. I remembered my interaction with this deputy very well because he was sitting there going, hey, what can I do? How can I help you? And I was just going, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. And he did them all. So I was conscious through most of this. A lot of the stuff I don't really remember, probably because I was in so much pain. But yeah, here he goes. He just starts throwing my crap in the back of his car, saving it all. And you can see there's probably, I don't know, let me get out of the way. There's a bunch of people that are going to yank me up into the ambulance. So I think now they're going to get my motorcycle out of, well, shit, I don't know. Look how close I was to that barrier. Well, I'm starting to think my foot went under the semi. I'm thinking that's how my toes got ripped off. I wish I could show everybody the picture because it's very revealing, but it's pretty intense, man. I don't know if y'all like blood and guts and hamburgers. Maybe I'll share it with a few people that sign a release and go, hey, look, I'm okay with nightmares. I got lots of blood and gore under my belt. Like, you know, like if it was somebody else's blood and gore, I would be completely just like, yeah, okay, show me. But yeah, it's hard for me to look at. It's a whole lot easier than it would have been a month ago. I'm glad things have worked out this way because if I'd have seen this right off the bat, I'd have been like, oh God, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to see any of this stuff. Ah, did the car carrier stop? No, I don't think he knew I fell off the bike. I think he probably just saw the cloud of whatever and it's like, I don't want to be wrapped up in that. Probably by the time he noticed that there was no traffic behind him anymore, he was like, yeah, I hope that guy didn't hit me. I hope he didn't get up under my tires. And yeah, here he comes. He's about to try to figure out, oh, dude, this is not easy. They struggle with this. Oh, okay, he just went right at it. I told the guy that's filming, I told him exactly how to get it off. I said it's tied with it's got a DC cable coming into the bottom. You're gonna have to cut that off because there's no way. And there he is. He's cutting it. And I think when he cut that, he shorted out the fuse, and I think that's the only thing that's holding my bike back from starting. I bet my bike pop another fuse in there and just crank it right back up. I bet, or hell, just put it on charge. It's coming soon. I'm not sure what to do with this footage. I think that there's something really important that I need to share, but I'm not sure. You can see my sleeping bag in there. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with it. That's why I'm sharing it on a live stream, because I could just delete this, and the people that showed up for the stream get to get a peek at it and go, hey, this is what I would do with it. That's what I'm wanting from you guys. What should I do with this footage? Rafit Apender. What's up, Kelly? Are you going to post the video with your conversation with the deputies? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to post at least that part of it, because you're not gonna understand how much this guy did, how much he did for me, and not just that, just being there and going, hey man, everything's cool. It's powerful. It's powerful to see that. Not just that, some civilians were standing by. I want to post all that. There's some stuff that I've already seen that I don't want to pull out. But you're not going to know. You're just going to see DashCam, BodyCam, DashCam. You're not going to see. And there you can see all my gear laying on the ground. They stuff all. It looks like they stuff all of it except my sweater. I think my sweater gets cut off in the ER. But they stuff all my gear, all my boots, everything. Here he is stuffing my top case. That's got all the gold in it. It's got my laptop and the cameras and all the really expensive stuff. Electronics is basically what it was. And then having that at the hospital was huge, huge. And there's just no way to explain what all that shit meant to me. Yeah, they're trying everything they do to push that bike, and they don't realize that damn sleeping bag's wedged in behind the tire. Which is why I'm in the damn road in the first place. That's my tarp. Now they've just realized, if you can see, that orange thing, that's the sleeping bag that's wedged in my wheel. And they just realized that's what's keeping the thing from rolling. And that's what kept the thing from rolling when I was doing 80 plus miles an hour. What kind of dash unit is that? GPS. I've got a new dash unit on the way. That is a Carpuride somebody sent to me and wanted me to do a review on it, but it's such a piece of shit. You will never hear anything from me except don't buy a Crapuride. It's called Carpuride. And I even asked them, I was like, man, I have had nothing but problems with this. Can you ship me another one? And they were like, boop, see ya, nothing. So I don't want to recommend that to anybody else, because number one, it's built like a piece of crap. When it works great. But supposedly another company's sending me another one, so I'll do a review on that one if it's decent. But Crapuride is that piece of crap that's on the dash. That wire berry would have killed you. I'm thinking it probably would have taken more than one limb off. I could have bled out with that. Yeah. How did you get your foot under an 18-wheeler? I want to talk about that, Chunky B. I want to talk about my theories, because the other theory, the theory that I've been running with, and probably other people have been running with too, the other theory is a high-sided, right? Let me see if I can get my thing. So imagine this. I'm riding along. I'm swapping sides, right? And then a high-sided, and got my right foot up under the motorcycle, and then my motorcycle chopped off my foot. The more footage I see, the more doubtful I am that that's what happened. So I would like to see an edited video with sound and cut. Yeah, I think it's going to come. I think a good part of this, because this is interesting. They're go back and forth on some stuff. There may be some stuff that I want to take out because I don't want to embarrass anybody. But overall, these guys were heroes, and I want to emphasize that, and I want to tell that story as much as I can. And you know, there's that the combat and field humor that I probably I don't want to share that, but you know, a little bit of privacy stuff, but yeah. And, you know, there's some stuff that I said on here that I'm not proud of, so I'm going to take all that stuff out too. But yeah, the other stuff, everything, all the good stuff I want to put in. I want to leave that in. But, you know, also, I don't know what to do about my bloody face. I don't know if that's going to fly. Have you seen their accident report yet? The accident report is not much. The witness behind me said that I was riding along and I wiped out. So there's not much to the accident report. I wear my wallet and chain with keys all on my left side hanging down over the open chain, and Sam with rear GoPro. No tethers. Fix that now. Hope you better. Yeah, I'm much better, Motobomb Virginia. Much better. And I probably should have said that at the start. I went out to Miller Time Adventures. I went over to his house today and rode a motorcycle. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's a motorcycle. Motorcycle. You'll see that. You'll see that in a few days. So yeah, I had a really good day. It's hot out there, but I don't care, man. Motobomb. I like witty comments. So the more wit, the more thought you can put into a comment, the better. I don't mind reading. The sleeping bag, is it wedged in? Yeah, well, it was two pretty beefy guys that tugged on it, so it came out and made it look like. From what I remember hearing, from my brother, I think my brother said we got everything except the sleeping bag, and the reason we didn't get the sleeping bag is it was covered in blood, which made me think my foot got up under the motorcycle and spewed blood and, you know, gushed blood all over the sleeping bag, which is why I didn't get my sleeping bag. So that's the theory that I started with. And you can hear me while I'm laying on the ground. Somebody comes up and says, what happened? And I say something vague like, I'm riding down the road and something came loose on the bike and locked the rear wheel up. And somehow I got up under the bike. That was my theory from day one, or from moments after the crash. But the more I look at the footage, the more I look at the pictures, the more I think, man, I don't think a motorcycle could have done that. 400 pounds? Not just that. I want to go into this theory a little bit more, but I'm going to have to make the case of, hey, this is what happened, because nothing else really explains it. How the hell do I get my right... How the hell do I get my right foot, am I doing that right? Right foot up over on the other side of the motorcycle, and the motorcycle comes down on my right foot. Just doesn't make any sense. Sorry about just got here. What's up, Motorhead? Richard, well, thanks for sharing and allow us to learn from your accident. I hope I continue to do this. I'm running out of footage, but I think there's a lot of lessons in here, and I think the main thing is just rethink your gear. I mean, when I was riding my motorcycle today, this is what I was riding with. I was riding with my hat. Clearly, I didn't go more than about 20, 30 miles an hour, and I was just in the neighborhood. But the whole time I'm thinking, man, it's going to really hurt if I fall off this bike. And that's what I want everybody that watches my stuff should just be rethinking. I'm not preaching gear. I'm not a preachy guy. Just I kind of want to help people rethink. And that's what I've always said. It's like, if you know the dangers that you are engaging in, as long as you're fully aware of what could happen when you fall off your motorcycle, you know, wear a helmet or not, just as long as you know that you can die falling off a motorcycle 30 miles an hour. The stuff that I was doing today, I could have died because I wasn't wearing a helmet. As long as you're aware of that, you're a grown-up, you know, and most states that don't have helmet laws say, hey, as long as you're 21, some of them say, as long as you're 21 and have health insurance, you can make any stupid decision you want riding your motorcycle. And I'm kind of on the same boat. But Also, I want to say, hey, look, as long as you know what the results may be, and now I just kind of want to go, hey, look, as long as you can, as long as you realize you can have one of these too, you can have a nub if you're not wearing the right gear. And hell, the more I think about it, the more I think, damn, if my foot got up under a truck, I may have not lost half my foot, but it could have been crushed beyond repair because that's a freaking 18-wheeler. I don't know, maybe my foot with a boot on it might have hit those 18-wheeler tires and went, oh, see ya, get out of here. Oh. Sprocket in the chick. No, I don't. I mean, it's possible, but if it was caught, if you think about it, if it was caught, well, I guess that doesn't make sense because the sprockets weren't turning. If think about it, if the rear wheel is locked up, there's nothing turning. So sprocket decapitation that's not a possibility. But I want to make a separate video and go, here's my theory. I've got some snapshots. One of the most impressive ones, a couple people pointed out, as I'm let me see if I can do this. So I'm going down the road and rear wheel locks up and I go left towards the barrier and then right towards the semi. And just as I'm turning right, that front dash cam is looking at a shiny mirrored image reflecting my motorcycle and my left foot going down on the ground. So I've got a lot of stuff like that. Like there's pictures in here. This is the same deputy. This is just a loop of the same deputy. That's Johnny on the spot here. He's got his trauma bag. Man, I'd really like to see what he's got in his bag besides gloves. And so, I think that other deputy is putting that freaking leg pinching, leg removal tool. He's going on. I'm like, dude, that's too tight. I was like, hey man, can you put it down below the knee? I think everything above the knee is fine, but I'm gonna lose my knee if you. I'm screaming. Golly, that was. I mean, the other one's hurt, but this guy came in and wrenched it. But anyway. Have you seen? I'm getting kind of lost here in the chats because it scrolls up and then I got to go. Where was I? Where was I in the chats? I'd like to learn from you on how to secure our stuff. Yeah, well, I will definitely go into that because this was a tried and true method that I had been using for, I don't know, last couple of years. It's not a very strong strapping system, but it really didn't need to be. The stuff that I had on top of the bike was very lightweight. It didn't need to be secured that well, that tight. I probably could have done some kind of a bungee system, but the way I've been doing it had worked for the last 2 years. It'd been working great. It's easy to clip in, clip out, pull tight, and I think the whole reason this all came apart is my trash. Usually I've got a little trash bag and I ride for a few miles and hit the first trash can, and I did not hit the trash can. And I got out on the interstate with a full trash bag. It's probably like that. And as soon as that trash bag left, because it wasn't meant to travel 80 miles an hour for 20, 30 miles. So anyway, I want to do a full video on here's what happened to my luggage. Here's why I'm probably never going to secure things like that again, because the way I secured it was to make sure that in the event that a strap came loose, it wasn't going to bounce off down the road. And that's exactly what happened. It didn't bounce down the road. It got up under the tire. So I'm probably going to have to rethink that. So yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 or 5 more videos coming that are like, here's the thing that I learned. Let me see if I can keep... They are holding your sleeping bag on. Attempt to, yeah. Get a swing arm bag for Father's Day. Because of your video, I constantly check to make sure it's tight every time I ride. And I ride daily. Well, good, man. Hey, if y'all excuse me, I have rehydrated and I have to dehydrate. So if y'all excuse me 1 second. I could keep talking, but I think I took a leak on screen one time, but I think I had a pretty good buzz going at the time, and I'm like, nah. I mean, not that you could see anything. It's just I would say, well, I'm doing it again. I just got. If you don't know, I don't pee in a toilet. I haven't peed in a toilet unless I'm pooping, because I'm on crutches, and it's very dangerous. It's very unstable, and there's a really good chance I'll pee all over the floor if I'm not careful. And I pee so much, it's like every time I gotta pee, I gotta get up on crutches, which is dangerous. It's inherently dangerous, unstable. And then while I'm on crutches, I gotta pull my pecker out. So instead, I've got these big tea jugs that I pee in several times a day. If you've ever been sick, you've probably used a urinal before. You ever been in the hospital? They give you these little urinals that you can actually stick your pecker. I can't stick my pecker in these pee jugs. It's bigger than a regular jug, but I can't. So, so it's my pecker. And yes, I am on my 4th or 5th beer, because I felt like I needed some kind of a buzz and a little bit of humor to go through this stuff. Because, I mean, I got a warning on the screen. This stuff is bloody. I think there's some, you might see my foot for a second, but yeah, it's basically half my foot is hanging in a sock, because my boot has been ripped off and half my foot has been ripped off, and it's just kind of sitting there dangling in the sock. And I didn't realize that's what it was till I saw the pictures in the ER. I would like to learn from you on how to secure. Yeah, it's coming. Maybe the sleeping bag caught your foot ripping off your. Yeah, I don't know. That's a stretch, Edmund. I don't know. So much happens during a high side, you could have been thrown out in front of it, which would have put your foot under it. That was my whole idea from the very beginning. It's like, yeah, I got thrown out in front of the bike, and the bike for some reason stayed up and then came down on me. I don't know. But I do want to make the case, just kind of see what you guys think about me getting up under that semi, which was right there. And I'll flash some pictures here of the crash scene. You can see my bike going towards the center line, basically like I was, and then the bike veers back towards the left side. So you can see my bike back there in the distance to the left of the ambulance. It's over across the yellow line after skidding down the center and then veering back. So that makes me think maybe the semi hit my motorcycle, and maybe it hit my foot too. So yeah, Adrian, making some changes and working on posting that. Yeah, you're pretty geared up already, though. I thought. I didn't think. What are you actually rethinking? I'm kind of curious, because I've always known you to be pretty geared up. Is there a slow motion high side road racer crash today? Video and observe the rider's right foot end up under the sliding motor. Yeah. Yeah, Kelly, that's where I started out. I started out from, hey, I got up under the motorcycle. And you can even hear me. When you hear the video, you'll hear me going, yeah, I guess my foot got up under the motorcycle. That's what I'm saying. Tyler, Don, keep all videos, not for now, but all the unforeseen legal shit can come up later. There's no legal shit. It was my fault, man. Made me rethink my hanging wallet chain and GoPro crap about how dangerous it is. Anyway, hate that it was your expense, so to speak. Yeah, man, it's a learning experience for me and hopefully everybody else. Hopefully this might save some other folks. Keep the vids going for awareness over and over. Yeah. Thanks for sharing this, but I'm having a hard time watching painful memories flashing back. I hear you, man. It's kind of painful for me. I'm kind of numb to it now, but it's also still kind of painful. When were you laying there on your back? Did you know it was messed up pretty bad, or did you not know? I knew my face was messed up because I was bleeding into my eyes, and somebody came by with a bottle of water and knocked the water out of my eyes so I could see. I could see my foot was messed up, and I could feel my foot was messed up. And people started putting tourniquets on. It's like, that's blood loss. They're trying to stop blood loss. It's not just a flesh wound. And you can see I don't know, I'm thinking I lost a half a pint of blood sitting there. So it wasn't bleeding out a lot, but it was bad enough. Just from the pain, I knew it was not normal, and I could see I got blood on my knees, I got blood on my face. All I knew is I was moving around and, I was conscious, so I kind of felt like, things could have been a lot worse, and I still feel like that. Gloves surely performed well. Yeah, somebody sent me a comment today on one of the older crash videos, the gear videos, and talking about my gear, and I should have gauntlets. I was like, man, you're preaching, but you didn't watch the video. Those damn leather gloves from Lowe's work very well. I've got a couple of little notches right here in the top of my hand, because basically the gloves, one of the gloves exploded, so the seam came loose right here, and I think I got a scratch there, but the gloves worked very well. Look at my hands. I can use my hands. My wrists are fucked up because apparently I just put my hands out like this. Damn, I can't do anything with this. Put my hands out like this and probably hit it at an angle. So this hand is really bruised here. This hand is really bruised here. Both my wrists are messed up. But, is that the fault of my gloves? So yeah, I'm really happy with all my gear except my boots. That was the one thing I would have changed. Dude, it's a miracle you didn't get run over. That's what I keep saying. All you people that keep saying the people behind you should have sped up and waved at you and honked and put a big billboard on the side of the car and go, hey, look, you're stuck. I don't fault anybody. I just keep saying the same thing. All those damn dudes that were a few car lengths behind me did not run me over. I am very grateful. Sure, I wish somebody would have gone, hey, look, you got stuff dangling from the side of your bike. But who the hell would have known that that's not normal? Hey, there's a guy with, he's got teddy bears strapped to his bike, and they're all flapping in the wind. I mean, how many times do y'all pass somebody with teddy bears all over their bike? I mean, what's normal? These people are not bikers. If I would have had a biker pass me and not go, hey man, you got some, I would have probably been a little bit more angry, but I still would have been grateful if the biker was behind me and didn't say anything, but still didn't run over me. I'd be very grateful. Thanks for not running over me, dude. I'm not angry. From boots to how I pack, some things I do that never shared. Yeah, I would love to see what's changed. I hope that everybody makes some positive changes, at least with the gear, because I think that's probably the minimum that would make me. I mean, it's already making me. Somebody that's saying I just ordered boots. I'm like you. I've been wearing my work boots, but I just ordered some good, strong motorcycle boots. Like, yeah, great, man. That's great. Was your foot still attached but mangled, or was it cut off? So, from what I can tell from the photos and from everything that I've seen, it looks like it's mangled but hanging. If y'all tell me a way that I can share some of the pictures without grossing everybody, I don't want to share it with the general audience. I want to share it with the people that are actually really interested in it and they're not going to have nightmares, because this stuff could quite possibly give people nightmares. So if y'all could figure out a way that I can share that with the people that are like, yeah, like I don't want to have to put this up on top of all the stuff that I want to share. It's only a few pictures, but yeah, it's kind of awful looking. So basically, the gist of it is somehow my foot was degloved about above the ankle, So if you think of skin being a glove that covers your body, think of skin on my foot going up above my ankle and somebody going, taking that off, and then the front half of my foot containing whatever mass and the glove of my foot dangling in my sock. That's what you'll see in the pictures. You experienced over 80,000 foot-pounds of energy on your body, 70 miles per hour, 400-pound motorcycle, not counting your own weight. Thank God you made it, brother. Yeah, I feel very grateful that it wasn't worse. That's them just throwing that sleeping bag out there. What kind of tires are on that bike? I forget. They're still on there. I dig the tires, man. I wonder if those those big block tires I had on the back though had some kind of a impact on sucking that bag in, because those big blocks, I mean, they're really good in the dirt, but they're kind of chunky and hard on the street. Actually, they handled pretty good. I made to do a follow up on the tires. I've gotten pretty good miles out of the tires. So scary. I'm sorry this happened. I stopped riding for a while after your accident. I was so disturbed by it. Man, I'm sorry that it interrupted your riding, but I think everybody needs to rethink and just go, is this really what I want to do? If the price is so high for an accident, and I've said this many times, I crash all the time in the dirt. I don't film it all the time, but I've got most of my crashes. I would say I probably have half of my crashes on film. I had couple of really bad crashes that I was filming that day, but I didn't film the crash because it's the same thing. It's like, oh, I'm doing easy stuff. There's no need for me to film this, but I always want to film the crashes because, if you're going to crash, might as well film it, right? Well, so I've been riding since the 70s, 40 plus years. I've had 2 crashes on pavement. Well, I don't want to say on pavement because I've had lots of crashes racing around a parking lot. But small crashes. So I had one crash on the pavement, a block from my house. I just put some tires on, and I forgot the Cosmoline was still greasy on the tire. Bam! I'm 8-10 miles an hour. Gave it some throttle. And this is the other. So 40 plus years of riding on the street, and you just think, oh, I got this street thing down. I know I'm going to crash in the dirt, but the street thing is fine. And despite all that, despite all my confidence and all that, I've been adding gear every year because my reaction time's going down. My skill level is not improving. It's going down. I'm getting older. And I know that, if and when I do go down, it's going to hurt. And the more barrier I have between me and the environment, the better. And this case, it paid off with everything except my foot, because I wasn't wearing very good gear. I mean, it's better than tennis shoes, but not much better. What are the cops looking for in your trunk? Oh, I can't remember what I was asking for. I really can't remember what I was asking for. I think just the trunk. I think I just asked the deputy to get my trunk, so the top case. But I don't think he actually looked through it. I don't remember. I haven't watched the whole thing. I've watched this several times with you guys, so members only. I don't want people to have to pay for it. I just want the people that want to see it really want to see it. I want people that, they know what they're getting into. It's tough. It's tough to look at. And not just that, it's really easy for you to imagine that that's your foot too. So I don't want to do that to people that are not willing and ready to experience what's there. I've upstrapped discipline big time. Upstrap discipline. Yeah, maybe that should be a hyphen there. Strap discipline. I got it. For foot to skin the squirrel in 30 seconds. Yeah. That wire barrier would have ripped you to pieces, mate. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm glad I never hit that. All those what ifs will not fix anything. Yeah. Crashed once on the street. It was a perfect set of circumstances and I rode away. Well, I crashed just off the street, crossing the Tat. And I want to make a video about that. I was wearing all the gear then, and I had a scuff. Same gloves that I was wearing in this crash, and I had a scuff right there, little scuff. And I went down, I don't know, 15, 20 miles an hour in gravel. It could have been really nasty. But I picked up the bike, strapped everything back down, adjusted everything, got on the bike, and finished the day riding. I don't think I was even sore because I was wearing all the gear. And I think that's probably the biggest thing. It's like, okay, maybe there's some discomfort. Maybe you're going to spend a little bit of money, but guess what? You get to ride the rest of the day and maybe the rest of your life. So what's that worth? A war vet. Let's see it. Okay, Chris. I'll put you on the list, maybe. Rumble, yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I appreciate all the suggestions. It's going to make you back road only rider. Sorry if I missed info. Ho ho on the go. No problem, ho ho. I don't know if you've watched my playlist. If you missed the whole accident scenario. How is your toe? Did they take any more of it? Big toe is key to balance when walking. Big toe is much better. It's almost completely healed up. And I was just telling Luke today when I was riding one of his motorcycles. When I was riding that, it was hard to shift because it's still sore. It's tender. It's still a very small open wound. So, and that's what I was telling him. I don't think I lost any bone. I think I just lost the tip of the meat. So, because there's a lot of toe there. I would say half the toenail has grown in. So, it's a big toe. I'm fully hopeful that my toe is back to almost normal. I mean, it's not like I had pretty toes before. But if I had to pick a big toe that was better looking, that's the one. So the ugly deformed toe is gone. Make it toe, yeah. So yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else I want to show you guys. Oh, let's go back to let's go back to here we go. Let's grab some images from the skids. Got to go back far enough. Let's see where. Oh crap! It's sideways. It does not want to. Well, let's see. Let's put this right there. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me show you what I'm trying to show you here. If I can rotate this, can I rotate it? Is it rotatable? I don't want to lock preview. I want to rotate this, but I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Sorry, this is basically pictures of the skid marks, and they're not even all the way back there, but I'm going to have to put this into some kind of a slideshow, some kind of a presentation. But you can see skid marks that are heading. Let's see if I can get this thing. Where the heck is this? So you can see skid marks that are heading towards the center line, and then the bike winds up over there in front of that deputy's cruiser. Yes. Yeah, I'll be in there in a little bit. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the big question now is what actually happened to my body when it came off the bike, because the cameras, both the cameras front and rear, go blue, so there's not going to be any video. So when they come back on, The motorcycle's sliding away from me. I'm tumbling down the road, and the motorcycles keep sliding. And yeah, it's kind of a mystery, but just really good to see you in high spirits. Yeah, man, I'm glad to be alive. I mean, that's kind of the way I always am. Uh, Bud, stop reliving it. I haven't told the story yet, Clint. Sorry. I mean, I'm ready to move on. I've just got to get the story out. I've got to be done with the story. I can't move on without telling the story. So I wanna move on, but I think it's probably gonna be a couple more weeks. I want to start telling the story of the rest of the Trans-America Trail. And, I've still got some story left on my journey, this past journey before the crash. There's a few stories I want to tell there too, but yeah, I need to get done. I need some closure, and I'm not quite there yet. I was really shocked to see the footage, and my mind started spinning again. It's like, oh, geez, yeah, I'm not done with this. So, yeah, I hope everybody that wants something else can understand. And I mean, that's why I'm showing some of this stuff on the live stream, because I'm not ready to move on. I've got to have some closure. I've got to get closer to figuring out what the hell happened. And there's some lessons in here. I want to tell the story of this deputy, and how much of a difference he made for the first month I was in the hospital. The day that I was on the stretcher, the day, the month following that I went to the hospital, that deputy made a huge difference in my life. So I want to tell that story. All right, well, that's all I got. I just wanted to show y'all some of the footage. There's three dash cams, and there's 3 body cams. I don't think there's much on one of the body cams, so I probably won't be showing that, but I will be showing audio, be sharing audio and video of some body cams that I think is very interesting. And then maybe at some point I'll talk about my theory of how I wound up under the 18-wheeler instead of under my motorcycle. To me, right now, that's more plausible than anything else. I mean, you can see the scratches that are going towards the center line, right? How the hell did that happen? And why did it change directions? If it's sliding down the road in that direction, what made it slide the other direction? Anyway, all that's coming up. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to see y'all. Look for more stuff next week. Oh, the motorcycle ride should be coming up, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever I get around to that. And I'll see y'all then. Thanks for hanging out.